My name is Dave Smith. I'm a certified personal trainer and a weight loss coach. And today I'm here with the first part of a three-part series in core training. And each of these parts is going to get a little bit more challenging. So today we're starting out with 3 moves that maybe you've never seen before, but are good for a good place for beginners to start. So let's get right into it. The first exercise we're going to do is called a skyscraper. And it looks something like this. I'm just going to get you to go onto your yoga mat. We're going to go into a straight arm plank. Squeeze glutes, so we're not dropping hips, we're not piking into a downward dog, nice and flat back. And then all we're going to do is, if you take a look at my feet, I'm going to rotate onto the sides of my feet, and I'm going to go arms straight up to the sky. And notice I form sort of like a capital letter T, and this is the skyscraper part, reaching up to the ceiling. Then I'm going to rotate back down into that straight arm plank, squeeze glutes, and then we'll rotate over to the other side. Same thing, try and make that capital letter T. And we're not moving quickly here. Actually, the slower we go, the more time we spend in this contracted position where our core is really having to work to keep our hips up. So notice I'm not letting my hip drop down to the floor, keeping hip up, and then rotate back through. And we're just going to repeat this skyscraper to the side, back into straight arm plank, and repeat. We're going to end up doing 10 per side. Nice and slow, same pace I just showed you right there. Immediately, with no break, we're going to flip over onto our back, and we're going to do an exercise that's called windshield wiper. And it looks like this. I'm going to get you to put your hands on your mat right beside your hips, head flat on the floor, and then I'm just going to get you to bring your knees up. And notice I've got a little bend in my knees, so nice tight bend. I'm going to keep my knees together, and then all we're going to do is drop our knees over to the floor. And what I want you to think about is try not to let your whole body just fall over onto the side. So we're keeping our opposite hand, left hand flat on the floor, knees come up, and then drop those knees without letting your whole body fall over to the other side. Now, that's a nice beginner way to do it. If you want to challenge yourself, all we're going to do is use leverage. So I'm going to straighten out my legs, and then you can imagine this is a lot more challenging because that lever just got a whole lot longer. So gravity's got a whole lot more force working against my core muscles. Again, working really hard not to let your whole body just flip right over, touch, and then we straighten up, legs perpendicular to the floor. And you can imagine if I had room on this other side, I'd drop all the way over to the other side and then right back up. And this is a great exercise for your obliques. So again, we'll do 10 per side. 10 per side in skyscrapers, 10 per side in our windshield wiper. And then we're going to come back into an elbow plank this time. Again, squeezing glutes. So our butt cheeks super tight, belly button pulling in towards our spine, making a nice tiny waist. And if you're just starting out, maybe just a plank here's perfect for you. Or you can just practice here on your knees in a modified plank. If you feel comfortable holding a plank, then we're going to move into what's called an army crawl. And if you just take a look, all I'm going to do is, without letting my hips come up off the ground, I'm just going to take 6 steps forward, body staying parallel to the ground, and then we're going to back up 6 steps. I'll try that again. Try it with me. Hips staying nice and low. You're going to find your tendency here is to want to bring your hips way up like this or drop them down like this. Hips staying low. Again, body parallel to the floor. And then we'll just back it up in little sets of 6. And in this one, we're going to do 36 marches. 6 forward, 6 back. Repeat that 3 times. And there's your entire workout for today. So that's part 1 of 3. Give it a try. 10 skyscrapers, 10 windshield wipers, 36 army crawls. And if you feel good after this, tune in with me tomorrow to try part 2.